We come to video games for experiences. Experiences we normally wouldn't get otherwise. Whether that be an emotionally gripping game or cranking the 90s on Fortnite, an experience is made nonetheless. But there is one game that rises above the ranks and offers the most unique experience in all of gaming.
Around, I made a list of errands for you on the fridge.
Jesus, woman.
I love video games. A lot. You probably didn't know that, as I tend to focus on film on this channel, but it's true. I grew up playing games like Mario and Sonic, but trust me, the game we're discussing today is not Mario or Sonic. But like a certain Sonic character, this game does tackle a little bit of edge. Edgy comedy has existed since the dawn of time. As long as there has been comedy, people have been pushing the boundaries of bad taste. A lot of people don't like black comedy, because they either don't know whether they're supposed to laugh or be shocked, which I think is part of the beauty of it. Of course, you have people using the crux of dark humor to hide their bigotry, but that's not everyone. You're not a bad person for making an edgy or boundary-pushing joke. Some people may not have that kind of humor, and that's okay. I love South Park because I know that Matt Stone and Trey Parker aren't using Cartman as a mouthpiece to say horrifically offensive shit. Cartman is a character who frequently gets punished for being a bad person. Comedy is subjective, and I understand that, but edgy humor isn't going away anytime soon. Just ask Arizona-based developer Running with Scissors. Running with Scissors is a video game development studio founded by Vince Desi in 1996. They're most well known for the Postal series of games. The first game in the series, Postal, released in 1997, caused quite the controversy. It was so controversial that they were sued by the United States Postal Service over infringing their trademark. Postal 1 also did gangbusters, selling over 49,000 units, which isn't too shabby for a game made by a newly formed independent studio, so obviously a sequel was inevitable. Postal 2 was released in 2003, once again developed by Running with Scissors, and take a guess what happened after the game's release. That's right, another controversy! Postal 2 is considered one of the most controversial games of all time, with it being banned/previously banned in numerous countries, such as Australia, where I'm from, New Zealand, Germany, and Sweden, to name a few. And it's a masterpiece. Obviously, it's a product of its time, and obviously the game hinges on whether you have a twisted sense of humor, but if you're into all that, let's dive into this game. Starting with... The game follows the postal dude throughout a week. He has to run errands for his wife. Errands that are almost always much easier said than done. During these errands, you can explore the open world of Paradise City, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Let's go through these errands now, shall we? Monday. Pick up paycheck, where you encounter protesters, cash paycheck, and get milk. Tuesday, confess sins, get signatures for your petition, return book to the library, and get Gary Coleman's autograph. Wednesday, vote, get Christmas tree, piss on your father's grave, and during this errand, you get abducted by rednecks who put you in a gimp outfit, so pick up laundry. Thursday, get napalm, get a crotchety doll, get steaks, and pay your ticket at the police station. Friday, get alternator, pick up a package, celebrate Uncle Dave's birthday, and if you piss at any point during this day, whoopsies, you have gonorrhea. So, go to the clinic to get that fixed. After completing your last errand, the apocalypse starts. So, you have to traverse the apocalyptic paradise to get home. The postal dude returns home only to realize that his wife still gets mad at him for forgetting something, and he proceeds to shoot himself in the head to stop the nagging. Roll credits. Pretty wild, huh? Now let's talk about aspects of the game that are most important to it working. One of which, of course, being... gameplay of this game is alright. It's a bit silly that there's no run button, but you get used to it. Plus, there are mods to add a run button. The gunplay is a bit clunky, but very fun once you get used to it. The weapon variety also adds to it. Weapons can vary from the shovel in your shed to rocket launchers. The funniest thing about the game is that you can do a pacifist run. You don't have to draw your weapon once. As the box says, it's only as violent as you are. After you beat the game for the first time, you'll unlock cheats. Now, using cheats does disable achievements on a save file, but they're so much fun to use that I don't really care. FYI, for gameplay footage, I used cheats just so I could get footage done quicker, because I've played the game before without cheats, so I earned this! Some of the more outrageous shit you can do includes pissing and using cats as silencers for your guns. That sounds bad, but remember, it's only as violent as you are. Speaking of outrageous shit, so this may be the most subjective part of the video. Postal 2 is very well known for its edgy sense of humor.
Did someone slaughter a goat in here?
New stuff will either land for you or fall flat on its face. For me, it was about 50-50 on whether it landed for me. But it's not just edgy shock humor for 12-year-olds. Postal 2 also has situational comedy, such as the confessional errand. In this errand, you have to confess your sins, but there's a line. You can either just wait, or kill everyone in line. Killing everyone will lead to this exchange with the priest.
Bless me, Father, for I have really sinned. Really? I'm not kidding here. Big sinner. Yep.
Did you drop an offering in the box?
Yes.
Then you are forgiven, my son. Next!
Also, the NPCs themselves can be a source of comedy gold, whether it be their hilariously bad voice acting, or the times they just get stuck. They just never fail to make me chuckle. Also, I find the Postal Dude pretty funny. Rick Hunter, the voice actor, really nails what the Postal Dude is, a being of pure neutrality. And when you choose to be the most heinous monster in the whole of paradise, you still get the Postal Dude's neutral at most line delivery. It's really funny, but you probably want to know, why do I like this game so much? Well, this game has some of the most mind-numbingly boring gameplay loops, yet it's satisfying. The humor, offensive and outdated, yet I laughed. This game is absolutely unhinged, and I get that it won't work for a lot of people, but as the dude says, this can't be good for me, but I feel great. From its memorable characters to diverse gunplay, Postal 2 is a game I'd love to come back to over and over again. Trust me, from the time I took scripting this to now finally filming this and probably editing, I'm still playing the game. Yeah, and believe me, yeah, from that, I will definitely be returning to this game. The series would continue after Postal 2, with many expansions and sequels. Apocalypse Weekend is pretty good, but a bit too linear for my taste. Postal 3 is considered to be one of the worst games ever made. Running with Scissors didn't develop this one, so they're innocent. Postal 2 got another expansion in the form of Paradise Lost, which retcons Postal 3. Postal 1 got remade as Postal Redux, making many quality of life improvements. And in 2022, we got both Postal Brain Damage, a Boomer Shooter spin-off, and Postal 4 No Regrets. I haven't played most of these, but I'll get around to it eventually. But I'm pretty sure I'll still hold Postal 2 in high regard. So, I hope you've enjoyed the journey into the wacky and offensive world of Postal 2. I've been Icey. See you soon.